Picture a world 12 millennia in the past, long before Stonehenge or the Egyptian pyramids, at the very edge of civilization's dawn. Back then, humans were believed to be nomadic hunter-gatherers, wandering the land and leaving little behind. But atop a hill in southeastern Turkey they constructed something that would challenge everything we thought we knew: Göbekli Tepe. For thousands of years it appeared as nothing more than a gentle rise in the earth, its mysteries buried deep below. Then the narrative of human history was about to be completely transformed. The accepted story was that farming led to villages, which then led to temples. Göbekli Tepe turns that idea on its head. Here, people with no metal tools or pottery managed to raise enormous stone pillars, some as heavy as 20 tons, decorated with enigmatic animals. These carvings are more than simple decoration. They're a form of communication we're only starting to understand. Each fresh find at Göbekli Tepe reshapes our view of prehistory. Not long ago, archaeologists uncovered something so astonishing it's making scholars question everything once more. The tale of Göbekli Tepe is only just unfolding, with the earth still revealing its hidden wonders. Join us as we travel back to the origins of humanity itself. Perched on a limestone plateau in southeastern Turkey, lies Göbekli Tepe, right in the heart of the Fertile Crescent, often called the birthplace of civilization. Its strategic position made it an ideal gathering spot and vantage point for ancient nomadic groups. This remarkable site is the world's oldest known temple, unearthed in the 1990s by archaeologist Klaus Schmidt. Previously, experts believed only settled agricultural societies could construct such monuments. But Göbekli Tepe revealed that even hunter-gatherers were capable of monumental architecture. Imagine a Stone Age cathedral, enormous stone rings and T-shaped pillars rising from the earth, some of them intricately carved to resemble human figures. It would have taken hundreds of people from various tribes working together for generations to create this marvel. This place signals a turning point in human history, showing that shared spiritual beliefs, not just the need for food, united people. Göbekli Tepe stands as the birthplace of organized society itself. Before the discovery of Göbekli Tepe, our understanding of history was straightforward. Farming came first, which led to villages, then cities, and finally temples. It was widely believed that only settled communities could afford to build massive structures. The common view was that hunter-gatherers were too preoccupied with survival to construct anything monumental. But Klaus Schmidt saw things differently. He interpreted Göbekli Tepe as a spiritual center, not a place where people lived. There were no signs of homes or fireplaces, only ceremonial spaces. Schmidt suggested that temples actually came before cities, reversing the traditional timeline. This bold theory turned the old narrative upside down. Religion, he argued, was the driving force behind civilization, not just a result of it. The massive undertaking of building Göbekli Tepe may have inspired people to try out early farming. The urge to create a sacred place could have been what pushed humans towards settling down. For a time, this idea became the accepted explanation. Yet archaeology is always moving forward, and Göbekli Tepe still had mysteries to uncover. The narrative was about to shift once more. With less than a tenth of Göbekli Tepe unearthed, the vast majority of its mysteries still lie hidden underground. The most recent excavations have turned their attention to the upper, more recent layers, dating back to the 9th millennium BCE. Researchers anticipated finding only simple buildings, evidence of the site's waning importance as a ceremonial hub. But instead, they uncovered a rectangular structure with a floor made of crushed limestone, clear proof of continuous habitation. Within its walls, archaeologists discovered hearths, grinding stones, and stone bowls, indications of everyday domestic activity. The most remarkable find was a carved channel leading to a cistern that could store up to 40,000 gallons of rainwater. This revealed an advanced system for managing water, true infrastructure from the ancient world. Clearly, this was not just a site for rituals, it was a place where people made their homes. These discoveries have prompted experts to fundamentally rethink what Göbekli Tepe was for. Suddenly, the distinction between sacred temple and everyday settlement became unclear. The site was transforming, and so was our interpretation of its history. The impact of these revelations was both immediate and profound. Göbekli Tepe was no longer just a temple complex, it was emerging as a thriving community. Archaeologists were stunned when they uncovered a permanent structure featuring an enormous cistern. For years, experts believed Göbekli Tepe was solely a ceremonial center, not a place for habitation. The lack of natural water was a major reason for this assumption, until this recent find. Constructing such a cistern took sophisticated knowledge and careful long-term preparation. These early people weren't just focused on immediate needs, they were preparing for generations to come. This discovery challenges the boundary between the sacred and the everyday. Were the inhabitants spiritual leaders, caretakers, or perhaps the earliest villagers? It's possible we're seeing the origins of the first village emerging alongside the world's oldest temple. The previous idea that the temple came before the city was groundbreaking, but the truth appears even more intricate. The temple and settlement may have developed side by side, their histories woven together from the beginning. The process of settlement was anything but straightforward or linear. Everyday life and ritual, the sacred and the useful, were inseparable here. The people of Göbekli Tepe weren't just building a monument, they were shaping an entire world. So, what are the implications of these findings? The evidence of lasting homes and water management points to a shift in how people organized their lives. It's possible that a religious elite stayed here throughout the year, maintaining the site and welcoming traveling groups. This might represent one of humanity's earliest steps toward a divided society. Perhaps Göbekli Tepe began as a meeting spot and gradually transformed into a budding city. The challenge of feeding a growing population could have sparked the first experiments in farming and animal domestication. The temple was the root, the settlement its blossoming. These discoveries reveal our ancestors as skilled builders and visionaries, not merely gatherers. They grappled with the same issues we do today, creating lasting communities and preparing for what's ahead. Göbekli Tepe was a place where the sacred and the everyday were woven together. These new insights don't replace previous ideas, they add new layers to our understanding. The tale of Göbekli Tepe is really the story of humanity's earliest journey toward building civilization. The secrets of Göbekli Tepe extend far beyond its most recent finds. These T-shaped, faceless pillars arranged in circles might symbolize deities or revered ancestors. The carvings, dominated by fierce animals, hint at themes of cosmic power rather than simple hunting. Some researchers think these images capture astronomical events, possibly connecting the site to ancient disasters. Around 8000 BCE, the site was intentionally covered up, not destroyed, leaving its true purpose a mystery. What drove people to bury such a grand structure? Was it a ritual, a sign of abandonment, or an act of preservation? Using only stone tools, the builders accomplished astonishing architectural achievements. Remnants of feasts point to construction as a collective ceremonial activity. The act of building Göbekli Tepe united people through shared effort and shared beliefs. Göbekli Tepe was more than a place of worship. It was the very center of its society. Each new find at Göbekli Tepe deepens the enigma rather than solving it. Who were the people behind these stones? Spiritual leaders, early settlers, or perhaps both? Did the cistern serve an established population, or did it make permanent life here possible? Pinpointing the sequence of events is key to understanding how humans transition from roaming bands to settled communities. The act of burying the site could signal a profound change in beliefs or social organization. Göbekli Tepe stands as a reflection of our beginnings, a testament to the intricate and evolving nature of history. Those who came before us were imaginative, spiritual, and determined to leave a legacy. The mysteries of Potbelly Hill are intertwined with our own, and the most remarkable revelations may still lie ahead.